Will AI replace the HR professional? So that's a question that has been raised recently because AI is making processes easier than ever to automate. And it's begging the question, will it replace the HR professional or maybe just a lot of the HR professionals' work? So the answer here is a little bit complicated because first off, yes, it does make a lot of the work that an HR professional does easier. But second off, it can't replace all the work. But by making the work easier, it does allow the HR professional to focus at a higher level with more strategic decisions and use AI as more of a companion to help with those strategic decisions. That said, people who focus purely on administrative work will now be forced to move into a more strategic role because administrative work is the easiest type of work where you can automate it using AI and other tools that focus on automation. Now, let's go ahead and see how AI can automate some of the work of an HR professional to give you an idea of how an HR professional can use it to assist them in a job and how it will automate a lot of the administrative work that was once done before. Now, we're going to take a look at some simple AI tools here, but the important thing to keep in mind is that there's a lot of different AI tools that can really take this information even further. But we're going to start with the ground basics so you have a firm understanding in how AI is changing the industry. So let's dive in. And here we are taking a look at a tool called ChatGPT. This is one of the more popular AI tools today. It's free to use, and you can just go to Google, type in ChatGPT, and you can find it there. And we're going to ask ChatGPT to create a list of employee engagement questions for the accounting department. So what this is going to enable us to do is to quickly generate a survey. By doing so, we can save a ton of time, and we can also codify this survey. So we can ask AI to codify responses, and by doing that, it enables us to be able to plug those responses into our HRIS system faster. And if you're not familiar with what codify means, it's what happens when you ask a question to an employee using a survey and they give you, let's say it's a paragraph or 2 paragraphs long. It's hard to be able to take that information and to then take all the other information that other employees provide and then average it out. So that way you know that on a scale of 1 to 5, that maybe employees really do love working with their manager, and that represents a 5. But the only way to know that is to assign a number to those paragraphs, right? So you assign, let's say, a 5 to those 2 paragraphs because the employee was very enthusiastic about their manager. But this takes time. You have to read through every answer that the employees wrote in order to codify that information. Instead, we can use AI to do just that. So let's get a good idea of how that works. So we're going to ask AI to create an ideal answer for one of these questions here. So create an ideal answer for question number 3. So let's say this is what the employee responded to that question. Now we can ask AI to codify it. So as you can see, it went ahead and codified the response and gave it a 3. And that's a 3 out of a scale of 1 to 5. And that's how AI can help you codify your surveys and be able to put that information faster into your HRS system. So that's just one way of how AI is making processes easier for HR professionals. Now let's go ahead and take a look at another example. And this example comes down to more of communication. There's many things that AI needs to be helpful when it comes to you communicating with employees and team members. And often you're having tough conversations, and that's where you can rely on AI to generate ideal responses. We're going to make up a situation. So let's say an employee has missed several days of work without notice. How would you best respond to that employee? Missed several days of work without notice. Please write an email with the intention of And as you can see here, one of the cool things that AI does is enables you to get your email templates done faster and at least set a foundation for what you can send to employees and team members to ensure that they stay engaged and that they're performing at a high level. And this is just one of the many communication touch points that you may have with employees and team members. You may also focus on things like sending out surveys and the communication around that, as well as different activities of getting people involved and ensuring that you're taking the right steps to do just that. And another area that can help with is writing job descriptions based on SOPs and documentation. So we'll analyze a document provided by, let's say, an engineer or someone else who's looking to move up in the company and wants someone to take over their job. And then you can ask AI to write a job description based on that document. Super powerful. All you have to do is plug in the URL to that document here, and ChatGPT will actually be able to crawl it. You just need to make sure that document is visible on the web. Now, you don't need to keep it visible permanently, just visible enough for you to be able to run the prompt, this tool here, or whatever other tool you may be using, so it can go ahead and analyze it and provide you a response accordingly. And there we have it. We just gone over a number of ways where AI can help you streamline your HR processes and make you become a better HR professional. Now, there are countless other ways, but this is just an opener to the idea of AI and how it can assist you with everyday tasks, whether that being surveys, codifying information, or just communication back and forth with employees and team members and even stakeholders as well. And if you feel like you have a better understanding of how to use AI and how it will assist you as an HR professional, and rather than replace your job, actually complement the work they do and help you operate at a more strategic level, well, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to our channel, like this video, and that we can keep up to date with all of our tips and tricks on how to become a great HR professional. And I'll go ahead and see you in some of our other videos. Cheers.